During the period of stacking up the sand, I'm not really thinking very much about what I'm going to make. I'm just throwing it at random, waiting to see what shapes suggest themselves from the various pits and valleys and piles that are created. The conditions of the sand and the water and the weather predict the character of the piece. I just want to make sure that I make the sculpture in a place where the sand is wet. I always do them when the tide is going out, so that I have a sufficient amount of time to make a reasonably interesting and detailed piece. It's almost like a loose association in psychology. I'm following an instinct which is not easily defined. I try to make the shape as organic as I can. Whoa. Making sand sculpture is, in a sense, like playing a musical instrument. There's a whole repertoire of moves that you can learn. I am very much aware of the ecosystem. I don't enjoy using the chemistry of everyday art, turpentine and benzene and the other dangerous tools that I use when I paint or when I do design. So when I do this form of art, I'm fitting into the system in a very comfortable way. There's something I discovered about the symbiotic movement of one hand and the other, that if I work them both at the same time, they mimic themselves as a mirror does. The images that I create are almost always human, animal, living. But I love to combine them with inorganic things like architecture, city streets, coliseums.
are your names?
My name's Adam.
Hi, Adam.
I'm Brian.
Hi, Brian.
I saw anything like this. I know, that's huge. You get paid for this?
No, I do it because I like to play with the sand. Sand is a bit dry. I have to make it quite unusual. Maybe I'll make it into something that isn't really human. Maybe the mouth will be gaping open. See, I'll undercut it just a little bit. Try to pull out some of this stuff here. If the crack appears, I'm in trouble again. Feels like it's moving sometimes. Still not gonna fall. Surprises me sometimes.
I was just playing around and then we started doing it.
Making a sand sculpture on a public beach is a performance. It's theater in a sense. I want to make statements. That's why I like to do art in public. Building the piece is mostly work. It's fun in a way. It's exciting for me to see what it's going to turn out to look like, just as much as it is for the observers.
It reminds me kind of Inca or Aztec ruins. I've never seen them, but what I imagine they might be like.
I always appreciate seeing a new face on the beach. I guess we're out here a lot, and it's nice to meet new people.
It seems to have arms for hair, and it's got a city. She's got a city on top of her forehead, I would say.
I think it's a nice thing to do on a beach during the day. I'm impressed. I wonder, I'm hoping them the best luck against the tide.
In my sand building career, I've probably made more than 100 pieces. The giant head with 4 faces was designed to give the impression that it had fallen from outer space and created its own crater in the earth. The shovel marks around the periphery make it look as if a rocket ship had landed there and sprayed the sand 360 degrees. The Statue of Liberty washing away meant to me that liberty was tenuous and delicate. The vase is something that I just tried very hard to make beautiful. For me, art is an experiential thing, and it's here today and not tomorrow.
Beauty that disappears is always sad, although the memory of the beauty is something that we keep with us.
With music, when you have a concert, you play it and it's gone. There's no record of it. Sort of, it makes me think of a musical composition in that way.
The dissolution is more exciting because I have no control over it. Once I stop working on the retaining walls or the control trough, which predicts the direction of the water flow, I don't want to build on it anymore. I just want to watch it change. If my ego ever enters into these things, it's in the form of the omnipotent creator. I build a city in a matter of minutes that will be destroyed in a matter of seconds. For me, there's no sadness in the dissolution. I'm free to build another one tomorrow.